depreciation copied and renamed according to your requirement. Okay, just a minute. So that is why there are certain depreciation keys and all these things are automatically depreciation copied and renamed according to your requirement. Okay, just a minute. So, depreciation. Those who are not practicing and try to arrange some PCs or installation so that you can start right now, because by end of February, you can say we'll finish the entire FICO module, because CO module will not be taking much time. Hardly it will take 4 classes CO module, because I'll be giving only the cost center accounting and profit center accounting. Cost element, it will be maximum 4 classes. And this now February end it will be going, because asset accounting is there and then some other miscellaneous topics are there that will finish it. You can say February end. So till February 15 and all this FI part will be finished, including asset accounting, and CO part will be there. I have said everything, and you can go through the theoretically, as well as the steps also there. Transaction codes are there in that books. I have not checked actually. So I can share you at the end of the course, or whenever I'll find the time, I'll give you all the transaction codes for the implementation, as well as for the end user point of view, that is for the testing purpose. So that T codes I'll give you whenever I'll find the time, and I'll prepare a list in the Excel, I'll share. So main thing is that you should practice all these transactions in the GL, account receivable, account payable, and test it in the things. Then only you can understand that your configurations are the okay. So we will come to the asset accounting again. So these are the important areas. I'll just repeat it. Organization structures. Here you are copying the things, right? Assignment, depreciation areas, asset the classes, assign the GL accounts, input tax. The before I have told you input tax, it will be first, that is after the copy, it is the second step, assign input tax. Then the assignment of the depreciation, chart of depreciation to the company code. This is the third step. Then other things under depreciation areas, and sequence wise you can go, right? And the number ranges and whatever it is, that is there. Achha, those who are the non-commerce, I may take some extra classes for the overall financial accounting later, maybe in the Wednesday 26th. Right. These are the things. What is this? No, this is not required actually right now. Special valuation will not required. So we have finished. Up to what extent? I'll just check. Depreciation areas we have done. Asset classes we have done. This thing. Assign GL accounts, I think we have done. Chart of depreciation. What is that chart of depreciation? I've forgotten. 77. Chart of CD 77. What I have kept? CD 77 or chart of depreciation? I have to check. The 7766 I have kept. If it is not CD 77, then (7766) or what? This one. So we have assigned the GL accounts here. I think you have completed or not. I have not actually remembered. I'll just. I think I have done this. Still, I'll check it. Buildings were. I think I had created this one. Buildings and then select building. Then this. I have not done. No? This is to be done. That was I had copied. I think at that time, but we'll do it manually again. I'll showing you. Either you have to do the from this or from the automatic assignment of the, but preferably here, as you are in the training session and you should not follow, and this is the better to do this acquisition of the account assignment, balance sheet account APC. Here we have to select what, this building account. Okay, building GL account, reconciliation account is there, that we have to select it, what it is coming here. To give your company code 7766. Okay, this is the building, effective building. We have to select here. If any down payments, actually down payment GL accounts should be there. Okay, fine, no problem. And I will give the down payments if there is any purchase down payments, and we have already down payments things, and the company code 7766. Buy कर रहे तो मतलब when asset will buy, so then the down payment will be this reconciliation account. Okay, so you have to give here contract account acquisition value, down payments clearing. So right now all these things are not required, that much down payments clearing account and acquisition from affiliated we have not created, actually not required right now. Right now the basic purpose is to calculate the depreciation. Even this is also not required, that we can do later on. For the depreciation run, right now it is not required. Right now forget this thing. If it is required, we will do later on. Retirement account, loss made, yes, right now it is not required actually in this stage. But in the implementation time, everything is ready now. So at that time it is real time, it will be required. But asset accounting is the second phase things. Normally first phase AR, AP, general ledger. That means you can say before go live also it will be done, but the assignments can be done after life also, because these are required whenever it is sale or retirement happens, not before that. So for the purpose of this down payment clearing accounts or acquisition, it will be required. These GL accounts should be there created, but these are not required immediately after the implementation or after the go live. These may be required because these are the not immediate requirement. Gain from the asset sale, loss from the asset sale may not be immediately, it will be later part. If it is required urgently, if there is a very old company, they have some assets to be sold, then only it can, depends on the project, which is important, which is not. Acha. So balance sheet only you can say like that, only one thing is to be done for the building point of view. Same thing like you that right now it is not required. We will not give it. Okay. Then you can save it. Okay. What you'll do next? Go back. Then same way, plant and machinery also you can select. I think it is a 1001 or something like that. why it is given here? You do know it is through the account determination. Vendor and customer sales and purchase are not through the account determination until and unless it is from the sales and SD module, that is integration. But here, when you are running the depreciation, all these postings are even purchased through the account determination only. That is why we have already account assignment. That is why account assignment is happening here, GL account assignment. And that will be calculation of the depreciation area assignment is there already. Okay, so it is finished. Right, it's done. Then but 3000 will not do, only 2 will make it. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll go back. Balance sheet, then select this, balance sheet finish, then depreciation, sorry. Building, select 1000, the balance sheet is done, right? Depreciation, accumulated account for the, one is the accumulated, another one is the accumulated we have done, created or not, I have not remembered exactly on that day. It is basically provision account, you can say like that. Not remembered exactly. Provision for depreciation not created. It is also required, not immediately, but it can be, actually I'll create next time. It will be coming under the, your current liabilities and provisions. Accumulated depreciation will be in that way. So when the total assets will be shown here, otherwise the net assets plus accumulated depreciation in that way also. Now total assets will be in the balance sheet. Asset value will be same, but the accumulated will be shown in the current liabilities. So the net, automatically the net amount will be there in the balance sheet effect. Depreciation is for the uses of the plant and fixed asset. So that key, at the end of the tenure of the asset, the company is in it is an internal profit. Depreciation is an internal profit, which is not exactly the cash outflow, but after a certain period, it will affect. So when the plant and machinery become the, you can say, outdated, the company should be in a position to have some funds to buy the plant and machinery or to replace the plant and machinery, right? That is why accumulated depreciation, and against that also some funds investment for the asset is also done. Many companies, sinking fund. So that we'll discuss later on to the non-commerce students. So these are actually technically something in asset accounting is there, and so if you don't have the this asset fixed assets knowledge, you cannot understand. Basically, in simple, you understand that depreciation for the uses of the plant and machinery or building or machine, other furniture features, some amount of the it is reduced, its value is reduced. Suppose if you are buying one motor car, right? After 5 years, its value will not be the what value today. After 5 years will not be the, because it is old, it has used, right? Its life is reduced. The life means the tenure of the asset due to the wear and tear. Wear and tear means uses, right? Uses of the asset. So its life is reduced, and then one day it will be completely outdated, or you can say useless or damaged, right? Not in a position to operating condition or working condition, whatever, right? Some standard period is there by experience or according to the some valuation from the you can say Companies Act, or you can say taxation, some depreciation the provision is there, right? So on that basis, certain percentage of the depreciation calculated and it is charged to the production also, right? Production means production cost, okay? So that key accurate, because we are spending after 10 years, say plant and machinery become outdated or no, it is not working condition. So how to buy? Company should have some money now to buy this. So it is a internal reserve. Depreciation is a internal reserve which helps the company to buy the another asset after the life of the 10 years. That is why all this depreciation account is maintained, provision for depreciation is maintained, asset accounting is done, right? So in the financial accounting, so all our accounting is divided into general ledger accounting, account receivable accounting, account payable accounting, then finally asset accounting and bank accounting also. I have not told you, bank accounting also there. So these are the 5 components of the financial accounting. CO is a controlling, that is a cost accounting point of view, but some extent controlling cost elements or the profit center or cost center is associated with the financial accounting, because some costs will become the some expenses or the you can say profit loss items become the cost category and profit category. So they will be treated as a cost elements or profit. Cost elements are used for the cost of production. So this is a very big chapter. So controlling will not go into deep actually. Controlling is a separate module and which is a highly demanded in job market. So if you do not know the financial accounting, you cannot understand the controlling also. So controlling advanced, you can do self-study. I can give you the notebook. I have product costing, which is the most important, and COPA, controlling cost, costing profitability analysis. Controlling profitability analysis. These two are the very, very important and demandable in the job market. But I cannot teach all these things. If somebody is doing, I can help. But you first more strong in the financial accounting part. Otherwise, you cannot do anything. And financial accounting, you practice very well and work in some companies. If you are getting, or with my guidance, if you are getting, then only you can develop the CO. So not only CO, it is difficult for you, because at least you require 2-3 years experience so that you can understand everything. Okay, so what I'm saying, depreciation, accumulated depreciation, actually I supposed to create it, I have not created. So then I'll leave that thing. I cannot assign right now, I'll assign later on. The next field is the depreciation, ordinary depreciation, this one. This is the 7766. Depreciation, I only did this thing actually. That so other things are not. This is to be created. That I will create it next time. I have forgotten to create it. Other things are not required right now. But if the company real-time project, if it is required, then it can be configured. Otherwise, not necessary. These two are necessary. These two fields. One I have done already, and another I have to create and do. Tomorrow, I think I will do. Yeah, in front of you, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay. So it is for the, I think for the building, I have done this. Same thing for the plant and machinery also. You'll select, come out, select the plant and machinery, and then here, click. So balance sheet and depreciation, these are to be, even special reserve to abhi filhal to nahi hai. Special reserve means what I have told you, sinking fund and all these things is some provision. Whatever accumulated depreciation, there should be any reserves, so that the cash can be investment from that investment. That is special reserve means it is a reserve for the investment. Whatever depreciation amount or accumulated depreciation, against that some reserves are created in the company, so that the company has the balance, cash balance to buy the asset or the building or the plant and machinery or whatever may be, after the 10 years or 15 years, whatever the period, if it is not in workable condition, that is why special reserves. Achha, depreciation here, same thing. Accumulated depreciation, I cannot give assign right now. I'll assign this depreciation. Right? I can save it. Let us see, and whatever the errors are coming now, we'll try on the Sunday. Tomorrow maybe some configuration is there. Sunday we'll run the depreciation. Whether depreciation run happens or not happen, on the trial basis we'll do. Special reserve is not required. Still I'll see and what are the things are available to show you. Building. Normally building goes 15 years or 20 years, but here in companies, as per the Companies Act, it depends how many years that defines. There is some certain criteria is there. So on that basis, depreciation area not created for it. Okay, fine, we'll see. Later will come out. Right now, assign whatever the assignment of GL accounts we have done. Then the main is the whatever. एक मिनट. अच्छा. Okay. So we have done there. Okay. Just a minute. Lean implementation. Yeah. You will not go do the same thing, but you will not do here. You will not do the lean implementation. Same thing actually. What I have told you, it will be here only. I'll just tell you. Check actually. Organization structure. Okay, you'll do here. Your things are inside this. Copy the things and the same thing what I have shown, and don't go for the lean implementation. Okay. Your integration hai na? We have done the number and register. We have already done copy. All these things have done. It is not required. Assign GL accounts I have done now. Change field status variant stuff. It is not required right now. Input tax we have done. Post depreciation to general accounting. We are not required right now. It is what is standard. We will take by default. Okay. Then segment it is not required. FPC values. FPC values means basically acquisition of the you can say acquisition and production costs. That means acquisition and production cost means that purchasing of the assets, or you can say manufacturing of the fixed assets, that is known as the FPC, right? So it is not required right now actually. So we have done it automatically. That thing periodically means, suppose sometimes some assets are built by the company itself within their as a project. When that fixed asset project is completed, it becomes the assets. So periodically the FPC values assigned to the general ledger account for that only. That means you can say on the project basis some assets are manufactured within the company itself. Set the chart of depreciation. So this is very important. Setting of the chart of depreciation is a very important. Next step, valuation. Here assign GL accounts. ये तो इनपुट टैक्स इंडिकेटर तो पहले आपने किया होगा. Post depreciation to General ledger accounting, that no, it is automatically it will go. There is no nothing is there. Leave it this step. This step also not required. And directly set chart of depreciation. This is very important valuation. Once it is set, format will set. Then depreciation areas. Okay. Whatever depreciation areas are there, you can define here. Already the standard is there. Book one normally while leading ledger areas post in the real time. Okay, it is given there already standard 76. It is already assigned, so nothing to do here now. So close it. Setting up the chart of depreciation is very important. And the depreciation areas we have already defined one building account or the account determination type. So here is not required. Determine the depreciation areas in the asset class. It is also not required. It is by default it will be coming. You see here. Buildings na 1000 kahan gaya bhai? Factory building we have done na. It is coming or not coming? Asset class. Now 1 lakh na I have created na this one I think. Yeah, 1000 asset class for factory. Right? How to calculate it? It is some procedure is there. So that is why it is a screen layout rule is there. It is on main asset number. You can assign this one. No maximum amount check. Maximum amount check अभी फिलहाल नहीं है. Minimum life अगर कुछ बिल्डिंग के देना चाहते हो तो you can give. Depreciation area deactivate now. Deactivation. Minimum life say 15 years. अच्छा, either of this. Either ये 365 days or the 15 years or 1 years like this from 2. ठीक है अभी कुछ नहीं देंगे रहने दो. Maximum useful life. चलो और कुछ मिनिमम से 0 मैक्सिमम है 15 years. चलो ठीक है. Back. Depreciation key. It is a very important thing. Remember this thing. Depreciation key. चलो बिल्डिंग में अभी कुछ बनाना पड़ेगा. चलो फिलहाल जो है मैं ले लेता हूँ अभी. Okay. बाकी कुछ यूज क्या दे रहा है? ये इसके नहीं आएगा. हमने कितना दिया? मैक्सिमम 15 दिया ना. ठीक है. अब इसको इतना इंपोर्टेंस मत दीजिए, लेकिन इसको जानो बस. लेकिन इसमें एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए कम से कम आपको 6 महीना की 1 साल लगेगा, कि अदरवाइज यू कैनॉट बी मास्टर इन द asset accounting is a very tough out of the all these components, right? You should master in the general ledger. Normally senior consultants normally doing this asset accounting, those who have the more than 3-4 years. You as a fresher or as a 1 year experience, 2 years, you will not be allowed to do this thing. Your role will be in the general ledger accounting, account receivable and accounts payable, but you should learn this thing. That is why I am teaching you, and you should remember and understand, and it will take time to understand the full and why it is assigned here, why do we are creating that. So it will take time, at least 6 months, more than 6 months, to understand all the logics. When you do the testing and a practical thing, then only you can understand. Otherwise just training will not make you understand. अरे अरे ये क्या हो गया भाई? ओके, ये क्या खाली इतना ही दिखा रहा है अभी? जस्ट अ मिनट, इसको दोबारा मैं करता हूँ. ऐसे क्यों आ रहा है? मिनिमाइज. ठीक है. अरे तो गड़बड़ हो रहा है. अभी दिख रहा है ना? देखा हो ना? हेलो, इज इट विजिबल?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So determine the depreciation areas in this way. ये fiscal year currencies right now it is not required for you, but in the real time it will be required as per the requirement. Then comes here valuation गया ना, इधर depreciation का ordinary depreciation इधर देना पड़ेगा. depreciation areas here भी provision है already. हम लोग we have already given, right? It is already given, there is nothing to do here. Already it is assigned na 01. So ordinary depreciation it is ticked. So it here is there is nothing, and the GL accounts also assigned already done. Right? If you see here, select this and this, and we have already done this, and you can see it here. You see, I have done at that time. Na? It is additional thing actually. In SAP, there are many things are the additional things. Which is duplicate, you can ignore. As we have already done, there is no necessity to done here. Here, these are unit of production depreciation not required. So up to this only, I think we have done maximum things. I'll check and what is pending. Unplanned depreciation valuation methods. Acha, depreciation key we have given or not given? This is the very important thing. Valuation methods, best methods, and things. Maintain the depreciation key we have given. For example, building this one. Multi-level. GT10. The buildings, this we have assigned ordinary depreciation. For ordinary depreciation, this rate is assigned to this. Declining balances, like this. We have accepted. There are so many methods of the calculation of the depreciation. Straight line method, declining method, or you can say these are declining method means we have to activate. Right. दो जगह क्यों दिया हुआ है भाई? Phase 1, phase 2. That we'll see. Okay. So this is basically depreciation key which have already we have done earlier. So that we can check here. We can go back here again because this is for buildings we have done. Then same way plant and machinery. Again you keep your like in plant and machinery purpose there is nothing is mentioned here. We have to create it. So what is not done, we will complete it tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow complete it, and if possible we can test it also. So mostly done, and this is a depreciation key. Please note it and remind me tomorrow. We'll do the depreciation key we have to define for the plant and machinery because here it is not there. Or if it is there, then it is deleted or something. But some students are playing like games and they are deleting something standard things. Okay. I'll not go more than that because some students are not there today, so I'll not take much time. What is it? So these are the mostly depreciation part. We have normal depreciation we have completed to calculate the depreciation, and what is pending tomorrow, and that we'll do tomorrow, and configuration and check final tomorrow, and if possible we can do the depreciation run. Okay, I'll see the master data is also to be created. Now some assets will be to be created. After doing the asset creation, then only we can do the depreciation run. There should be some balance in the building and plant and machinery. Then only you can do the things. Then how I'll be creating the assets and things, that things tomorrow we'll do it. But the customization part, 90% asset accounting is completed from the standard scenarios point of view. If you other scenarios like retirement and which is not required, that I have not done, it may not be required in the implementation real time also, because retirement things and whenever it is required at that time, if the company has the GL accounts already there for the retirement of assets or then only it can be configured. Otherwise, as and when has the GL accounts they should have. If it is not there and as per the requirement, it can be created as in the SAP. But the what is required mandatorily, so I have done, and a few things are pending. Tomorrow we'll complete it. So these are the very important valuation, depreciation. These are master data. I have told you. Some screen layout is important also. I have told you or not. This might be define scale for the asset. It will be tomorrow. I'll do it. I'll not go today. Define screen layout. Screen layout means just like your field status variant, like that. It is on a field group rules. For example, buildings now. What buildings we have created? I'll say this is what buildings we have created, where it is gone here. Okay. Screen layout True. Sequence 766, you have to create it layout. First we will create it and okay, what is there and I'll just show you. You can take somebody, it's okay. Just to show you what is inside this thing. This is for the you can say like field status you have remembered in the ledger account. The same way it is, but in the different. It is known as the screen layout here. Okay, so some fields may be activated, or you can say optional, required, something like that, right? So many data are there. We'll see the posting information or something like that. That we can select here. You see here, required, optional, something like that. Got my point. You just nothing to do here, anything. I think it is to by standard what is coming and it should go for this. We will not do anything, but you should know this thing. What is the importance of this? Screen layout here you have to create it. If you want to create new and go for these are the copy from here, then we can do here also. For example, buildings, right? You can say manually you can do this. No, here display mode. Only here copy is possible here. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. If it is required, we'll create it. Otherwise, we'll ignore this. Automatic creation of the equipment master validation. Fine then, and I'm closing the ending the session. The remaining part will be customization tomorrow, asset accounting, and we can create some master records. If possible, we run the depreciation tomorrow itself or the day after tomorrow. Okay, so I can stop right now. Just sharing, and then your